What's up, guys? Back in today with another reaction to Natsume Yuujinchou Season 6, this time with the second and final special of the season. The first one was fantastic, wasn't it? It was a week ago for me, but we had the old man with the chingling leaves dropping, which I thought one of the best episodes of the season if it was included in the initial season, so glad we did get to see that. No idea what to expect with this one, but hopefully it's even nearly as good as the last one, because like I said, I absolutely loved that. But yeah, preparing myself for the movie tomorrow. It will be, for me, obviously tomorrow will, I think it should be the normal schedule for you guys. I'll be watching the 2 hour movie. I always record these. I've got like 3 of these in advance, so by the time I've uploaded and everything, it should be ready to go. So yeah, no difference from the schedule. But yeah, preparing myself for that. I can't imagine what a 2 hour episode of Natsume Yuujinchou would be like. Painful, but sweet. What I'm assuming. But yeah, looking forward to that. Let me know what you guys think about this episode though down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys do like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. And then, of course, as I mentioned a few times, after that 2 hour movie, we'll be doing the 50-minute, 45-minute, 50-minute movie, which will pretty much just be like doing like an episode back to back. Hide and seek. Oh no, we're counting steps. Hope she hasn't lost count. Oh. It was only 29, it wasn't a big number. What is she doing? Oh shit, what the hell? A fragment of a phantasm. So I'm not 100% sure what a phantasm is, to be honest. So I've watched the movie Phantasm, and I've also seen Batman Phantasm of Mark of the Phantasm or something like that. I can't quite remember the title. But the only kind of thing I gather between the two is like a kind of ghostly-ish, kind of big figure. Haunting, I guess. Maybe that's like like a haunting type of like ghost-like figure or something. I don't know. It invades you. I don't know. And I'm not 100% sure what phantasm is. They're not Nyanko. Yep. Sure is. Not gonna lie, I kind of thought this was like maybe a bit in the past, but I guess not. Famously, not a pig or a boar. Of course. Just take your lunch. Just take your lunch, why don't you? So I was then thinking like maybe this is yeah, similar to that. I wasn't thinking that specifically, but like, oh my god. But yeah, like awakening to like a spiritual like realm and such is it's a thing I see quite often actually. Speak of the devil. Hmm. So do you reckon this forest is like the same kind of forest the that Hotarubi no Morie is like kind of set in, and like a famous kind of forest that seemingly has a specific point where it kind of turns into a realm of yokai? And this and that movie that I just said are like kind of based off a similar kind of rumor or myth or legend or something. I got to assume that that thing she was reading was maybe some kind of sorcerer's or exorcist's like notes, old notes or something, old directions or something like that. He probably thinks she's a yokai. I did question that. Why? I assumed that yeah, it was because of that, but he was really quite open to speaking to her about stuff, wasn't he? She'll forget everything. Okay. And as we see it, it's not like she's just randomly wandered in here, is it? Why was she led here? Hmm. Oh, that does sound ridiculous, considering I can't imagine she spoke to this white owl in this forest already. Like that owl must have spoke to her outside the forest where you'd expect her not to be able to see these yokai. I was wondering what was he hanging off? It was stuck there. Dangerous to be honest. Owls are quite they got sharp talons. Cute little guy though, isn't he? Yes, cute little guy. I once held an owl. I think I was in primary school. It looked very scary up close, especially as a small boy. They're always quite noble looking creatures, aren't they? Those look really cool. So that's where she got the directions. Very specific. Very specific. That's just birds for you though. Birds are impressive with their like directions and where they like migrate to and such, aren't they? Impressive creatures. And pretty impressive for her to follow those directions. It's a lot easier said than done. Again, so from what Nyanko said, I feel like she's not going to remember coming here. He seemed awfully like, yeah, he didn't worry at all. Oh, look at you go. Oh, well done. You're doing well there as well, Nyanko. It's a forbidden adventure. Mm. Very nice girl, isn't she? Very nice. Very unusual that someone be this open to all of this. It looks a lot like the guy from the end of season 6. Was it the end of? I can't remember. But there was like a fully white guy, quite similar to this. How did you not notice her up there? I've seen something like that in like Digimon, I think. There's a lot of that in Digimon, to be honest with you, like anklets and stuff with like jewelry looking things on there. I would imagine again it's based off myths and stuff. Sure, Shanae. That is 100% Reiko's most said line of the show, isn't it? Sure, Shanae. As him. That's sad though, isn't it? I mean, I've seen that a few times now. Not the deletion of memories, but like not being able to interact or see someone you care about. Yeah, it makes total sense. He'd be very passionate about this. I know it's different, but imagine you erased all of his memories with the pain he went through as a child, seeing all this and going through. It wasn't a great experience. It was a formative and shaping experience to him as a person. So getting rid of that would, yeah. No, they're usually not. Oh, actually, that's ironic. You hear a lot about owls having great vision, and they can like fully rotate their head as well, can't they? Right, very well might be. Left a little fragment with that. It looks like he did go through it, but I think, as we saw there, kind of a fragment of it was kind of kept as a dream of sorts. Go wipe that drool off me. She's an adorable girl, isn't she? Got a good spirit. Oh, that was really nice, wasn't it? That was really nice. Okay, so yeah, that is the specials done. Good episode there, wasn't it? Again, not I wouldn't say one of the best this season, but I think it's definitely like middle of the pack. As I did say about this season, I feel like there has been a yeah, I think this would be about in the middle if I was to like rank them or whatever. But yeah, just a fun episode here. Heartwarming end to the episode there. I don't know why, it really gave off like Pokemon vibes. Like I thought it might be like a time travel kind of story if she got like in a forest at one point in time and then kind of left at another, and that would be very Pokemon like. But yeah, interesting. As I said, like nothing kind of majorly new. We've seen this story before of not being able to see like a love Jokai or a love one after a while or anything. It's nice that he did leave her a little fragment of it. I think it was just like, how can you not, when you're confronted with someone that nice and lovely, look after you like that? It'd just be cruel. But I can understand more so why they left this episode out of the season than they did last episode, even though both of these episodes would have probably been two of the higher up ones for me from this season. Yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. That is season 6 fully finished now. And it was a good season. I do think, again, I can't remember specifically, but season 1, I think it's 3 and 5 are probably my favourites still. I think that's right. Again, it's kind of hard fully kind of recollecting the older seasons and not just kind of putting them all in like one bracket. But yeah, I think this overall it's probably one of the weaker seasons, even though it still was really good. And there were some really strong episodes. I specifically think of the start of the season and the last 2 episodes of the season specifically, as well as the first episode, the special we watched last time. All really amazing episodes, but overall, I think one of the lesser seasons, in my opinion. Um, but I'm very excited to see the movie tomorrow. I might just read a little synopsis for you guys. Hopefully, I won't spoil it, but I am very hyped to watch it. Sitting down for 2 hours, I'm hoping. I've heard good things, so I'm hoping it's going to be really good. But I do want a little kind of preview of sorts, I guess, because we didn't end up getting one. Of course, why would I don't think I've ever seen a preview for a movie after an episode, but yeah, do just want to check that out, just see what it's going to be about quickly. So I think it's this one, Utsu Semi ni Musubu, whatever that means. Ephemeral bond, ephemeral, ephemeral. No, I think it's ephemeral, isn't it? So Natsume and his spirit companion Madara, Nyanko continue returning the names of spirits, blah blah blah. On his way back from school one day, Takashi encounters a lurking spirit named Monmonbao, who recalls memories of Takashi's grandmother. Yeah, pretty standard so far. Takashi's natural curiosity leads him to explore a mysterious town where his grandmother used to live, befriending her old acquaintance Yuri Tsumura and Yuri's son. Takashi unveils more of his grandmother's past. Okay, sounds like I'm gonna really like it. You guys know I love my Natsume Reiko segments. I don't know why I always got to say the full name. Natsume Reiko. Just it's one of those things like when you, as someone that watches football, sometimes you just say like a player's full name. In the meantime, Nyanko detours for food and stumbles upon a suspicious spirit seed, which miraculously sprouts into a fruit tree overnight. Giving into temptation. Nah, never. Not Nyanko. Nyanko consumes the fruit, splitting him into three, seeking a solution for the predicament. Takashi and his friends lend a hand. Oh, interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up before my nose starts running quickly. Do let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. And I'll see you next time with the first movie.